What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. Hit that subscribe button. You already know, so you can be the first to know. You can help the channel grow. Now, today, man, on my channel, I like to say that my channel is a variety channel. So you never know what you're gonna get on this motherfucker. You might get some educational shit. You might get some funny shit. You might get a observational opinion from me every now and then about current events or people. You might get some fights around this motherfucker. You might just get some random ass shit that I just seen and decided to post, man. But today, as I did with Japan, I'm in Seoul, South Korea. So what I did is I took all of their currency and I looked up each person, and I'm gonna give you some facts about each person who is on the Korean currency. Now, a thing that strikes me funny is, I'm a history nerd, in case y'all don't know. Yeah, I like history, man. That's the reason why I like to go to different places and see different things, because I'm just a history dude. But in Japan, a lot of people, when I ask them, they don't know who is on their currency. They can't tell you who it is. They just know that they get it and they spend it, you feel me? Which is cool. It's a lot of people in America who probably couldn't tell you who is on the American currency. It is what it is. But that's why you got videos like this, for me to enlighten y'all, because it might be a South Korean person or just somebody else who's never been to Korea and planning on going, who might get some education out of this video. I don't know. Whoever it finds, hey, shout out to you. So we're gonna start with the 1,000 won, South Korean won. All right. So this gentleman right here, his name is Togi, and excuse me if I'm messing up the names. I'm not from South Korea, but I'm gonna try my best. It's Togi, Gye. Toegye is how you say his first name, but he went as Yi Hwang. All right, so he lived from 1501 to 1570, so he pretty much died at 69. He was born in the Gyeongsang province, and he was the youngest of 8 children. He's the most important Korean philosopher that ever lived, as well as a writer and a Confucian scholar. So as I was doing my research, Confucian scholars is like, I want to say it's kind of like their college or something that they used to go through before they started taking exams to be in the government civil service. So he was part of the Joseon dynasty. On the back of the 1,000 yen is his actual school. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's called the Dosan Siwon. That's the school that he created for his works. His influence spreads from Japan, Korea, of course, Vietnam, Taiwan, and China. His main body of work was called the 10 Diagrams on Sage. But his writings were looted a lot by the Japanese during the invasion. If you guys don't know, Japan invaded Korea a lot of times, but they were able to fight it off and become their own independent country. He worked in the government since he was 23, including being a secret royal inspector. Now, I did some more research on what a secret royal inspector was. A secret royal inspector was kind of like the government, like the king's snitch. So he would go out and he would make sure that all the people in the government in different provinces or whatever, wherever he was sent, was doing their job. Now, he did this shit so much and was so strict about it, including purging people, which means like getting rid of or killing people or having them killed, that the king had put him in exile for a little bit. Like, hold on, bro, you taking your job way too serious. I know some of y'all know people who take their job way too serious. Well, he was one of them, but he was also remembered as one of the most honest people in South Korea because he took his job so serious. He served under the King Jeongjong, Injong, Myeongjong, which is what the market is named after. If you guys see that video of me eating the street food, and King Seonjo. So yeah, once again, this is Yi Huang, and he is on the 1,000 won bill. So if you ever come to Korea, now you know. All right, moving right along, we have the 5,000 won bill. Now, yes, I did write all this shit down. Couldn't remember all of it myself. I can remember all the Japanese people now because I've asked so many people, do they know? And they said no, and I've had to tell them exactly who's on their currency. So I'm pretty familiar with that. But this is the banknote of Korea, the 5,000 won. This gentleman's name is Yulguk Yi. Y-U-L-G-O-K-E. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. He was born in December of 1536 and he died in February of 1584. So he was around 48 years old when he died. He is a philosopher, writer, Confucian scholar, and is a part of the Joseon dynasty. He was born in the Gangwon province. Not sure where that is in South Korea, and sorry if I jacked up the name, but hey, you can do a little bit further research if you need to. He was a part of the Diosku clan. This guy actually was a prodigy, meaning he was very smart at a young age. By 7, he finished all of his Confucius lessons, which I guess would be the equivalent of like their high school and college back then. And at 13, he passed the civil examination, which would allow you to go into government jobs like this guy did. I guess it's a rite of passage. That might be the college after the Confucius lessons, which would probably be like elementary through high school. Maybe some of y'all can drop a comment and enlighten me more. This is what this video is for all of us to learn new shit, right? So even though he was a prodigy and he was really smart, he stayed in the mountains until he was 20 years old. I think what I read is that his mom had some problems health-wise and he wanted to be closer to her. Let's see. He fell out with the King Seonjo, but what he did is he had a pavilion built somewhere in Seoul. I'm not sure if it's Seoul, somewhere in Korea, because when Hideyoshi, who was from Japan, came to invade, he had all of the people that built that pavilion burn it to the ground, which allowed the king to escape Hideyoshi's invasion during the Imjin War. Now, just a little bit on Hideyoshi. He is the guy who took over and was a friend of Nobunaga, who is credited along with Hideyoshi of bringing all of Japan together as one country. There's a great Netflix special called Battle for Japan that explains Nobunaga and Hideyoshi. It's after seeing that, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to move to Japan, because like I said, I'm a history dude. But it's a great Netflix special. You guys go check that out. But yeah, even though he fell out with the king, he still made a way for him to escape during Hideyoshi's invasion. So that's him. I'm not sure what is on the back of this note. I probably could have did a little bit more research. Looks like some type of Korean fruit. So that is Mr. Yulguk Yi, who is on the 5,000 won. And now you know. All right, moving right along to the 10,000 won. All right. This is what it looks like. I'll give y'all what it's compared to in US dollars here in a second. So this is King Sejong the Great. Matter of fact, okay, yeah, this is King Sejong the Great. He's on the $10,000 won. He was born May of 1397 and lived until April of 1450. So he was about 53 years old when he died. He actually came to power in 14 18 at the age of 21. He was the fourth ruler of the Joseon dynasty. He is the third son of King Taejong and Queen Wang Yeong. And he is regarded as the greatest leader in Korean history. So this guy right here, Mr. King Jeong the Great, is regarded as the greatest leader in Korean history. This guy right here. All right. He was part of the Jeonju Yi clan. And he is also credited with creating the Korean alphabet and the writing system called the Hangul. He created some of the earliest Korean money, because before him, unfortunately, my video got cut off. So this is going to be part 2. All right. So I've already said too much about the first 2 bills of the currency to go back, man. I got things to do here in South Korea. So we're going to start this with part 2. Again, this is King Sejong the Great. He's on the $10,000 won. He was born May of 1397, died April 1450, about 53 years old. He came to power in 1418 when he was 21. He is the fourth ruler of the Joseon dynasty and the third son of King Taejong and Queen Wang Yeong. Again, as you've seen in the last video before it cut off, he was regarded as the greatest leader in Korean history, and he's a part of the Jeonju Yi clan. Now, where I cut off in the first part is that he created the Korean alphabet and the writing system called the Hangul. Some of the earliest Korean money was made by this guy. Before that, it was on the barter system, so they would just trade stuff for other stuff. That's what the barter system is. But he chose to actually come up with different forms of coins to get minted in some of the earliest money of Korea, and ironically, he is on the 10,000 won. He had close ties with the Ming Dynasty emperors in China, and he invented maternity leave for Koreans way back in the 1400s, which allowed, if you had a child, women got 1,000 or 100 days of maternity leave, and men got 30 days of maternity leave. So that's just a quick couple little facts about this guy, King Sejong the Great. He is again referred to as the greatest leader in Korean history. So there you go. Congratulations to you, sir. All right, now the last denomination is the 50,000 won. All right, so you got again the 1,000, the 5,000, and the 10,000. So now we're going to the 50,000. This lady's name is Shin Saimdang, S-A-I-M-D-A-N-G. Shin Saimdang. She lived from October 1504 to May 1551. She died at the age of 46, unfortunately. Young. All these people were young when they died, in their 40s, not even hitting 50 damn near. She was a poet and a calligraphy artist during the Joseon period. She is from Gangneung, which is the east coast of Korea. Again, sorry if I'm butchering these names. I'm not from Korea. I'm just trying to do my best to give y'all a little bit of Korean history about your currency, because as I stated in the first video, and when I did the Japan currency video, a lot of people, they don't know who is on their currency. So, you know, I'm just a history nerd, and I just be wanting to know stuff like that. So I'm passing the information on to y'all. Each one teach one. All right. Her dad was of the P Yongsang clan, and her mom was from the Yi clan. She is the second of 5 daughters, so her mom and dad had nothing but daughters. I know her dad was having a headache. Jesus Christ, I got one, and damn, I couldn't imagine having 5 and no boys. But she did herself have 8 kids. She had 5 boys and 3 girls. when I was doing the research on her, it stated that she didn't like to listen to her husband at all. She did what she wanted, but she was faithful to him. And her husband, Yi-Wan Su, he ended up getting with this girl named Quan. Now, Quan was the very opposite of her. Even though women were supposed to be obedient back in them days, she wasn't as obedient, you know what I mean? But this girl that he got with, Quan, was hella reckless. And when I was reading, it said that on her, like her deathbed, she was just asking him not to bring her in the house, you know what I mean, around their kids. But after she died, he did, and it created a bunch of friction within him and his kids because they didn't like her. She is the first woman on Korean currency, and probably the only woman on Korean currency. And this has been in circulation since 2009. On the back, it has some of her, well, on here it has her drawings on here. I guess they reprinted it, and then on the back as well. So like I said, she was a poet, a calligraphy artist, an artist, you know, such as drawing and writing and all that other good stuff. So yeah, sorry that the first video cut off. I hope y'all, you know, get a chance to watch both. And again, these are the people on the Korean won. Actually, you know what? I think that there's a way I can loop both of these videos. So I'm gonna just make it into one video. Sorry if it's long, but hey, I hope that you got some information and education out of this video. Who else is gonna bring you this type of content like me, man? It's your boy Sack the King. Hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know, and you can help the channel grow, and you can see all the other stuff that I'm about to do today in South Korea. Team King, man, and we out.